Let's go ahead and get it going. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe in the building. Lil Joe, JoJo. I don't even know what the fuck to call myself. We still figuring that part out. But welcome back to another episode of the Joe and Joe podcast, special Father's Day edition. It's a great Sunday, mid-morning we'll say, in Myrtle Beach. Sun is shining. Woke up early today. Got a lot of things going. My dad is in the building. What's going on? Tell the people what's going on.
Hey, what's going on, people? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to the mothers being fathers. Happy Father's Day to everybody, man. You know, right now, this is a beautiful day out here. We're going to enjoy it. You know, we're going to do the podcast, and we're going to do some fishing.
Got a couple things lined up today. Got a couple things lined up. Going fishing. I haven't gone fishing. I don't literally think I've gone fishing since. There's a picture of me when I was, 6, 7. And we was on a pier fishing. I honestly feel like that was the last time I touched a fishing pole. It's crazy. The other day, The other day when I was off work, I went to the mall to get my phone fixed. And when I was in there, I was like, I'm gonna go in there and see how much a fishing rod costs. Yo, Dick's Sporting Goods really got fishing rods for like $250.
Oh yeah, they do.
$250.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, some of them was huge, so I kind of understood. But I was like, damn, like some people really take this fishing shit to the max.
Oh, it's a real thing.
But then I saw one there that was like a nice little $40 one. I was like, $40. I like that. That's probably good for catching fish in the pond. That's right. What I need.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to catch a fucking swordfish or no shit like that. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, catch some, take a little picture, throw it back into the wild. But yeah, listen, we in the building, man. We are in the building.
Yeah, I like to fish. I do a lot of catch and release. I don't try to take it home and open it up and do other shit with it.
I'm down to do that though. Like I'm not sure. I honestly don't think you wouldn't do that like in the little lakes that we have behind our house.
No, I don't do it in the lakes.
But definitely, I would definitely go to a place and catch a fish. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back home, fillet it. That shit sound fun. That sound fun to you?
Yeah, that shit do sound fun. That's what I was telling my man too. I was like, yo, after we can fish here, but then we can go to the beach and fish out there. But we gotta get the permits, and they're like $25 for the year.
I don't know if I want to fish in the ocean, man.
What's the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
You're gonna be at the pier, so you're just throwing the rod out.
It's different, man.
Why? Something gonna jump out?
Maybe. Yeah. What if it do?
Hey, listen.
What if it do? What are you gonna do? What you doing? You chilling on the pier, and you think you catching a nice little bass, and a motherfucking baby shark jump out the water. Then what do you do?
You catch those. You're gonna catch those. That's gonna happen.
I'm not catching.
That's why you fish in the ocean. You're gonna catch a lot of stuff that you ain't expect to catch in these little ponds.
Yeah, I'm good.
There's different types of fish out there, but you gotta follow the seasons for the fish too.
I'm still a rookie. I'm still a rookie in the game. Like I said, I haven't been fishing since that picture. That picture when I was like 7 years old. So I'm a rookie. I'm not going to nobody's ocean. I was talking to my coworker about that. He was like, yeah, man. His name Brett. He from Tennessee. He was like, yeah, man. I go fishing all the time. I go fishing in the lakes. I go fishing in the rivers. I go fishing in the ocean. Deep in the ocean. I'm like, deep in the ocean.
Deep sea fishing. Yo, bro, that shit's a real thing.
I can't.
You got to go out there. You got to want to do that because that's the experience you want to get. You know what I mean? It's nothing like fishing. It's like when your sister comes with me fishing, right? I have to explain to her. It's a patience man's game. You know what I mean? You have to. You're not gonna catch something all the time. Some days you may not catch nothing, but some days it may be popping and you just catching a lot. When she caught her first fish a couple of weeks ago, that was good. She caught like a 4 or 5 pound bass. Very excited for the first time.
She probably turned up.
Now she want to go fishing all the time.
I bet it's that thrill.
Fishing.
Make it worth it. Make you feel like you're not out there just doing it for nothing.
Yeah.
So that's really why I want to get into it though, because like you said, it is a patient man's game.
Yeah.
You just, you know what I'm saying, you go out there, you throw your line out, and you just enjoy being outside.
You go out there. If you're going out there like with the fellas, you go out there with some beers, something to drink. We chilling. You know what I mean? We having a good time. When I go out with your sister, I just may have some water or something. And then we fishing right there in front of the house.
Are you going out on a boat and fishing?
Nah, we fish on the land.
No, but would you go out on a boat and fish?
The deep sea fishing shit, definitely doing that.
Deep sea fishing, can't fuck with it.
Definitely.
Can't fuck with
you
deep sea fishing.
You're gonna want to try that.
I don't know. I don't really care for the deep sea. I really don't think that's my thing. I don't think that. I think I was meant to be on the land. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the sky. You have a better chance probably of catching me skydiving than catching me going deep sea fishing. The ocean got too much shit, man. It's too much.
So the ground, when that parachute don't open up.
Now the parachute don't open up, you just die.
Not all the time. Sometimes you just break all your bones.
Okay.
And you sitting there.
You might as well be dead. I'm telling you now. If I jump out of a parachute, a plane, the parachute don't open and I live, pull the plug, man. I'm not recovering from that. That's not life.
You think you'd be paralyzed?
Absolutely. You don't think you'd be paralyzed?
It depends how you.
I think that shit would shut down your entire nervous system. You
14,000
wouldn't
feet in the
feel
air?
nothing.
Yeah, you gonna be fucked up for a
You
minute.
wouldn't feel a damn thing. You would just be a body. You might be able to feel your eyelids, maybe.
Definitely, but it's definitely something to think about. It's good to do. I've done skydiving. It's definitely true. It's definitely something to do. It's a rush.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But if you put that on your list, your bucket list, try and do it.
How many times have you skydived?
Like 10.
10?
Yeah.
You jumped out of a plane 10 times?
Yeah. Because once you do it, you get hooked.
Okay, I hear that. Because I'm honestly saying this as somebody who never skydived, never had the opportunity to skydive. Like, I'm thinking, like, if you do something once, you're like, okay. Like, you're not scared of it no more. That's really what it is.
That's all it is.
The first time you do something once, you're not really scared of it no more. Yeah. So at that point, you're like, fuck it, I jumped out of a plane.
It's just like when you first ride a roller coaster. At first, you're like, oh my God, this shit crazy. But then once you start doing it, you're like, okay, I can get used to this. But at a certain point in your life, you're like, I'm not getting back on that shit.
Yo, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say when I was younger, I was scared of roller coasters. I thought that I didn't like being that high up, all that good shit. I got on a roller coaster the first time. Oh, I'm just turn that off. I got on a roller coaster the first time. I got on a roller coaster the first time. You know what I'm saying? I was scared for the first couple minutes. I got over the fear. I had fun. I went on roller coasters after that the entire day, having a blast. But every single time after that, whenever I go to like the amusement park, I have to reconquer the fear every single time. So I got to be like, go on a roller coaster first. All right, you know what? You're right. That's not that bad. Then I can go on another one. But now at this point, I haven't been on a roller coaster since. I think I could tell you the last time I went on a roller coaster. Last time I went on a roller coaster, I'm pretty sure I went on Nitro. I went on Nitro at Fright Fest.
Okay.
At Fright Fest in Jersey. And it's a little story behind that, but there's a little story behind that. But yeah, so I went on Nitro, and listen, from that point, I'm like, you know what, bro, I'm good. I don't need to go on nobody's roller coaster. But at the same time, I do kind of like want to go to like a Six Flags or like a Cedar Point or something.
Yeah, I do that all day.
I still want to, but at the same time, part of me is just like, I'm not really fucking with no roller coasters.
Listen, I went, me, Jack, me, Gene, and the other friend, we all went to Great Adventures. I held the bags. Listen, y'all want to get on that shit?
You held the bags.
Somebody got to tell what happened.
So
like, I'm going to be the person who's going to tell.
You was out here facilitating the fun.
Yeah.
He said, listen, don't worry about it. I got the bags. You go out there, have a blast.
Even when we go, go ahead. Y'all go, I got the kids. I'm good. I'm going to follow them around, put them on the kiddie rides. I'm good. All that adventurous shit, I'm past that shit in my life, man. I done did all that shit. You got to do that shit no more. That shit's suicide now. You know that shit be jerking your body and shit?
Right, I'm just thinking like I could fuck my neck up, bro. Then what?
Paralyze yourself with that dumb shit.
What the fuck I'm gonna do if I'm at work? I got a pinched nerve from riding on the fucking roller coaster. How I look? How I look?
Can't even get that workman's comp on that bullshit.
Right. How I look telling my manager, nah, bro, I can't go up on this ladder. I fucked up my back on a Superman ride. Like, hell no.
You don't tell him. You wait till you get on that ladder.
Right, you wait till you fall off the ladder.
Yeah, I'm hurt. Fuck out of here. I ain't saying nothing.
Until they open that investigation.
They can look all they want.
Open that workers' comp investigation. They said, nah, he had this picture on his Facebook.
That was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago.
That shit got nothing to do with today.
But all right, man. Listen, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Knicks, man. Let's talk about the Knicks.
Let's talk about it.
Won that championship, a little over a week at this point.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was crazy. For them to win the finals, the way they won the finals, they won every single game went the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
They went down by a certain amount of points, and then at some point they realized, you know what? Let's stop fucking with these niggas. They turned up the defense. Jalen Brunson turned into the best fourth quarter player in the league.
Yes.
OG Anunoby played out of his damn mind.
He played his best basketball.
He stamped himself as a New York legend. It's funny. A couple of years ago, I made a video on YouTube where I was saying that I'm pretty sure it was after the Liberty or after the Liberty championship. I was like, I like seeing when players become like hometown heroes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when Eli Manning won the Super Bowl against the Patriots, especially the first one. That was my first Super Bowl ever watching football.
Mm-hmm. That first one was crazy. That first one was fantastic because you know why? You didn't expect them to win. You know what I mean? Your man was scrambling. I mean, it wasn't for Tyreek. That shit, he would have lost that, bro.
It was so weird because like I said, that was my first Super Bowl watching football. But for some reason, I just knew the Giants was gonna win. I couldn't tell you why. I didn't watch the playoff run. I didn't see the game against the Packers where Brett Favre threw the pick and they went off the field goal. I ain't see none of that shit. I was just like, nah, the team from New York is about to beat them. Fuck the Patriots.
Yo, I was looking at the whole,
I came into the game also fuck the Patriots shit.
I looked at the whole system, the way it was set up, right? And one thing I know about the Giants, right? It depends on how much they lose by in the regular season when they playing you, right? So I'm looking at the games and I'm saying, okay, we could beat them. We only lost by this, and we lost by on some fluke shit.
I think they only lost by 3.
Yeah,
they lost by 3.
And I kept saying, oh, we could beat them, and I realized like once we came to New England, and I knew we hate them. You know what I mean? So I knew we was gonna smack them. Tom Brady was getting all that. Tom Brady's a cheater too, bro. Don't let them niggas fool you. Them niggas a cheater too. But we was like, yo, you're not gonna go undefeated on us. That's not gonna happen, bro. I think we was 8-8 when we came made that Super Bowl run. Man, crazy.
8, 9, and 7, something like that.
Yeah, we came back on them. We came back on everybody, and everybody thought that the Giants was going to do it. Listen, New York step up when New York step up. I got to give us credit. Now, like I said, we was waiting for the Jets and the Nets, and either the Rangers or Islanders. Somebody got to come out, the Yankees or the Mets.
I'll be honest with you. I think you really only need one team for each sport. Mm-hmm. You know how unlikely it is to have it so that the Yankees and the Mets win a World Series in the same 10 years, or the Giants and the Jets. I don't think so.
I think it could be done because you got to see like it's two different, especially in baseball, right? Hmm. The Subway Series, that shit was big.
Yeah, you're right.
That shit was humongous.
You're right. I think we talked about that last episode. Yeah. I wish I was old enough to see that happen. That shit was probably crazy. You know
what I'm saying? Same thing with the Jets and the Giants. Even when we play each other in preseason, it's like that shit's anticipated. Yeah. That's when the city get on their dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like it's just one of those things that we may not play each other in the championships, which is fine for me, but the fact that they even making it is the key thing. Right. And that's what I think we need. I don't give a fuck how it turns out, but I just feel like that certain teams really need championships. Mm-hmm. And I think the Jets are one of them. Not a Jet fan, no way, no how. But I'm a New York fan, and I will root for them. They will if they go.
I'm a Jets fan, and the worst part about it is that I can't even say the Jets really deserve a championship. They not run right. They not run like a team that deserves to win a championship. Like when you look at teams like the Giants, when you look at teams like you look at the Knicks now, the last couple years, the Nets, that little stretch when they had KD, they all had a point in time where they was being run right and they had really good players. The Jets haven't had that in over 10 years, over a decade. They have now. What year is it? It's almost in over 15 years.
Yeah, but you gotta look at ownership for that. You know what I mean? The ownership is doing that because they're not allowing them to pick the right player. Don't get me wrong, I watch the Jets. The Jets always get a great defense.
Yep.
I give them that all day. But for some reason, when it's time to put the pieces together for an offensive line, they just can't do it. Even if they hire an offensive coach,
yep,
they still missing pieces.
They don't draft the right players.
Right.
They never get the right guys.
They never do, and I think that's what hurts them more. You know what I mean? But I said, if somebody really with some football real knowledge going in and say, listen, this is what I think we need to do. Just look at the Giants right now and Brian Harbaugh, right? Mm. They not playing. We need a championship.
Yeah, they like we got our quarterback last season. We got Dart. Let Cam Scatterboo come back. He gonna be a player. Let Malik Neighbors come back. He gonna be Malik Neighbors, and they just drafted somebody else.
And they got Odell.
Yeah, right. And they just brought Odell back. Right. So they like our offense gonna be solid. And then they got the best defensive line in football right now.
There you go. And the offense definitely needs to step up and score something. Right now, when you spread them out, you got wide receivers on both ends. You got a running back and a motherfucking tight end. Come on, bro.
The shit with the Jets starts with Woody Johnson, man.
That's what I said. Ownership.
But we're not here to talk about the Jets.
Right, we're not even going to do that.
We're here to talk about the Knicks. So, like I said, the Knicks, they won that championship. Like I said, they won every single game the exact same way. They went down by a good amount of points, and then at some point they just realized, you know what, let's do what it needs to do. Everybody knows about the 30-point comeback. Did we have a podcast after that? I don't even remember. No, we didn't. We didn't have a podcast. I think that game was on like a Sunday or something, yeah. And then I think they won the championship on Wednesday. So they had the 30-point comeback, which was crazy. Just that game didn't make no sense. For them to be down by 30 points. But the crazy part about it is that they was down by 30 points so early, though. They was down by 30 points, and they were still like 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They was just getting smoked. But they made all the plays down the stretch. Jalen Brunson stamped himself as a New York legend, and love to see it. Love to see it. I'm mad I didn't get to go to the parade. Mad that I missed the parade. It looked crazy. You saw any clips from the parade?
I seen a lot of clips from Parade. The parade it looked crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I probably would, if I was living in New York, I probably wouldn't have went.
Yeah.
That's like going to time. Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it'd have been a lot. It's like going to Times Square for fucking New Year's. There's some shit I'm not gonna do. You know, but my thing was, I'm very happy for the Knicks. The Knicks definitely deserved it after all this time, even with all the Knicks haters out there. You know what I mean? But it was our time, bro. You know, everybody talking about I don't know what's going to take place with them next year. I ain't worried about next year. We celebrating this year.
Yeah.
We worry about next year when next year come. But right now,
I think I like that about the entire city's like that. Yeah, we not worried. You know how the Knicks usually like it's our year. They like we got it this year. We not worried about next year.
Right.
We not worried about next year. We not there yet.
We not concerned ourselves with that because now we know it's a whole different thing. That's not worried about that. That's not ruin that moment, stressing out. That's just focus on right now. We got this ring. We the kings right now, the NBA. New York loving us. Mm-hmm. That's all we need to worry about right now.
It's going to be a good summer in New York, man.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a good summer in New York. They're going to have fucking Knicks parties.
Yeah. Knicks be popping up places.
I'm about to say the Knicks players going to be popping out. It's going to be fun.
I guarantee they should really start hitting the rucker this year.
At some point this summer, I'm going to try to sneak up to the city for a little bit. Sneak up to New York just for a little bit.
Got to, bro. A weekend or something, I can go from Friday to Sunday and be good. I don't need a lot. Friday to Sunday. Get there Friday, hang straight out.
I think what you were saying before. Did you see the speech from the mayor? Mm-mm. So the mayor made a speech at the parade where he kind of said something similar to where he was like just a minute ago where he was like New York, like they when it's winning time they it's just something about us where it's like when chips are down and shit look like it's the worst, that's when they come through. And the mayor had a speech that he made. I'm actually about to see if I could just play it. Fuck, if we get in trouble playing it, then fuck it. But I want you to hear this speech because I thought it was probably one of the best speeches I ever heard. And I'm not sure how much you know about the new mayor. I don't know really shit about him.
I don't know too much about him, but here's my thing. Listen, bro, you can't just start repping New York because New York is winning. I understand you the mayor, bro, but if you're not a real New York fan, bro, don't do that. You know, don't curse us like that, bro. I understand you want to be happy for us. You should have. I heard his speech was like 8 minutes long. Yeah. Nah, that should have been 2 minutes. Yo, congratulations, da 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 da, and then stepped off the stage. It's not about you, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna play the speech, and I want you to hear it. I want to know if you still feel the same way after. Hold up, my shit loading, man. It's slow over here.
Probably talking, you know, it's probably sound like a great written speech, like it's supposed to sound.
That's what I'm thinking. It didn't sound like a written speech though. It sounded like a speech from a nigga that seen it, a nigga that saw the challenges of the Knicks and of New York. Listen, like I said, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna mute our mics.
While you looking at right?
I'm not gonna mute our mics. I'm gonna turn our mics. I don't know what
Find out how long he's been in New York.
All right. All right, hold up. Let me see.
Because I still think James Dolan should sell the Knicks. His bad luck ass.
All right, let me do this. All right, I'm gonna mute our mics for now,
right.
And then I'm gonna play it.
Right now, we can once again give a warm welcome to our Mayor of New York City, Mayor Mamdani. My fellow New Yorkers, for 53 long years we have watched and we have waited. We have watched from nosebleeds and through gritted teeth, on televisions in the windows of electronic stores, and from projectors balanced on fire escapes. We have watched alone in our apartments with our heads in our hands, shoulder to shoulder at bars where the signal flickers, alongside friends and family who we wish more than anything could be here today, sharing this moment. For 53 long years, we have watched the Knicks and we have waited. We waited as the memory of Willis Reed winning the championship on one leg grew fainter and fainter. We waited as Clyde came up clutch again and again. As John Starks dunked on Jordan and Patrick Ewing dunked on the Pacers. As Bernard King scored 60. As Charles Oakley pulled every rebound within reach. As Spike got in Reggie Miller's face. As Allen Houston put up a shot against Miami that hung in the air for an eternity. As Larry Johnson gave us the 4-point play heard around New York. As Starbury traded threes with Kobe and then sold sneakers every kid could afford. As Nate Robinson stuffed Yao Ming. As the city came alive watching Linsanity. And as Melo lived every Brooklyn dreams when he came home and made MSG feel like the center of the universe once again. We waited without ever knowing if this day would come, and we waited because we knew deep down in our sick, suffering hearts that it would. New York City, this team has done it. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. We are here not just because of this team that will go down in New York City legend. I'm talking about guys like Ronaldo Balkman, Marty Collins, Raymond Felton, Marcus Camby, Kristaps Porzingis, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, and the whole Knicks tape era. I'm talking about guys like Tony Douglas, who I watched tie the single-game franchise record for threes from the stands in 2011. I'm talking about Amari, who got this whole city fired up when he joined. And I'm talking about Jared Jeffries and Lance Thomas and Langston Galloway. Players who gave everything every game, even when a 20-win season was all that was in sight. This championship belongs to them too, because championships aren't just built in one season. It belongs to Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, and also to a coach who helped lay the groundwork, Tom Thibodeau. Thanks to each of these New Yorkers and too many others to name, New York City has just had two of the most magical months in as long as any of us can remember. Over these past weeks, as the Knicks kept winning, our city has come together as one. Neighbors invited neighbors over. Strangers high-fived one another in the street. Subway conductors sang their announcements and bus drivers danced behind the wheel. So often when this city comes together, it is because we are forced to, by a moment of tragedy or adversity. What a gift it is to be brought together by pure, unfiltered joy. For as long as we live, we will remember this feeling of a city together, a city alive, a city overcome by happiness. But let's not pretend that this was inevitable. If you will allow me, I want to travel back in time 8 days. Game 4. 9 minutes and 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Knicks are down 20. The analytics guys, the sports betting companies, the pundits who watch from far away, they do what they do. They run the numbers. They calculate the odds. They write the Knicks off. They give the Spurs a 99.6% chance of winning the game. A 99.6% chance of tying up the series 2-2, of reclaiming the momentum with the next game in San Antonio. A 99.6% chance of silencing the Garden, of another year of watching and waiting. But there is one thing that the pundits just don't get about this team, that they just don't get about this city. It is in that 0.4% that we go to work. It is in that 0.4% that Jalen Brunson, the same guy that so many said was too small, proves that not only is he good enough, he is the new standard for greatness. It is in that 0.4% that OG Anunoby watches the ball float from the top of the arc and start running toward the basket, fingers reaching towards the heavens. It is in that 0.4% that Karl Anthony Towns finds the strength to mourn his mother and still pull in rebound after rebound, make block after block. It is in that 0.4% that Jose Alvarado shows every kid growing up in public housing that a son of Brooklyn and Queens can win for every one of the 5 boroughs. It is in that 0.4% that Mitch breaks his finger before game 1 and says, go get the tape. It's in that 0.4% that Josh Hart gets rebounds that break teams, that McCall Bridges proves he was worth every single draft pick, that Landry Shamet pulls up from downtown, that every one of these 18 players transforms the franchise, that Mike Brown keeps this team believing. Most of all, it's in that 0.4% that the Knicks do what New Yorkers have always done when we are told something is impossible. We find a way. We win. Standing here before what feels like the entire city, there is a Jalen Brunson quote I can't stop thinking about. I'm gonna tell you. You are allowed to think about the worst possible scenario, but you gotta go out there and do something about it. When Jalen Brunson took that pay cut, my friends, that was doing something about it. Time after time, we thought about the worst possible scenario. And time after time, the Knicks went out there and did something about it. The Knicks did not just win for New York City. They won like New York City. What is New York if not your back up against the wall? A dream that feels just out of reach. A rent payment you don't know how you'll ever make. What is New York if not 99.6% of the world stacked against you? And who are New Yorkers if not people who hear those odds and smile? Who look at a 0.4% chance of success and ask, why are you giving me a head start? This is our city. This is our team. For 53 years we watched. For 53 years we waited. Now we've won. One last time, New York, say it with me. Knicks in. Knicks in. Knicks in.
The nigga got in his bag.
Yeah.
The nigga got in his bag. I want you to get on the mic and say this nigga got in his bag. I want you to get on the mic and say this nigga got in his bag.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
That was a very good speech. Can't say it wasn't. It was written very well and presented very well. And that's what I'm gonna say about that.
There we go. The nigga got in his bag. Did it sound like somebody like who didn't understand the city, who didn't know what he was talking about?
No, it sounded like somebody that knew he was talking about,
Yeah.
but you know, like I said, it was written very well.
So I'm about to say he was born in Uganda in '91. He moved to the city when he was 7.
Okay.
So he's been there for 27 years.
Okay.
He's only 34.
Okay.
So
He can get a
majority
pass.
of his life has
He can
been
get a
spent in
pass.
New York City.
He
So
can get a pass.
I think you can feel that when you listen to the speech, the passion behind it. Like I said, you will know better than me because you know born and raised in the city. But I feel like he did a good job of encapsulating like what New York City is in that speech, and then tying all that shit back to the Knicks. I think that was probably one of the best speeches I ever heard.
Yeah. Definitely one of the best speeches I've ever heard and written. But he presented it very well. You can't take that away from him.
What's wrong with writing the speech? You gotta write the speech. You want him to go up there and freestyle all that?
Sometimes, yeah.
If he had that 8 minutes off the dome,
Yeah.
that would have been the greatest speech ever
Greatest
written.
ever.
Ever. But I said written, greatest
He could've
speech
said,
ever.
Yeah, I went up the dome on this. It was something I just felt.
Listen, maybe he
You know
did.
what I mean? I understand. I
We
understand
never
that they
know.
don't want you to go on no script, and you might say some wild stuff. I get that, so I kind of understand that. But I just felt like at that moment, somebody should have went straight off the dome.
We never know. Maybe he did. Maybe that was all off the cuff.
Yeah,
Because listen,
if it is,
think
that's
about
the
it.
best speech you can, hands down.
The players he was mentioning was not players that are always at the front of your mind. He said Tony Douglas,
Yeah.
Jarrett Jeffries. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
100%.
I think that was a good speech.
That was.
So like I said, shout out to the Knicks. Mad I missed the parade, but you know what
That's
I'm saying.
okay. We gonna
Happy for
figure
the
it out.
city. Happy for the team.
Yes, always happy for the city.
Right.
Always happy for the team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gonna figure it out. But I'm very, that was the best feeling for us to
Yeah.
have that championship. Go New York.
Definitely. But there we go. Listen, real quick before we get out of here, let's just talk a little bit about Father's Day, man. So this is my 5th Father's Day. Been a father for 5 years now. It's just crazy to think about, honestly. Like how much my life has changed in the 5 years since I had Jakari, and then a couple years later we had Mari. It's wild. It's wild. Like you never know where your life's gonna go. I remember when I was 23 and I just moved into the apartment in Poughkeepsie, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew that I was happy that I was out of my mom's house. I had a pretty good job that still allowed me to be able to pay rent and everything. It was COVID, so that was something that everybody was dealing with, all the concerns and everything about that. And then I meet Bree. One thing leads to another. You know what I'm saying? And a year later, we got Jakari, and life really ain't been the same ever since. And it's just honestly continuing to just keep getting better. Watching every single experience, getting to see the experience of like even doing shit like road trips with them, like when we would drive from New York to Virginia to visit Bree's family, or the time where even the time when we tried to drive from New York to South Carolina to visit y'all before that fucking hurricane tried to take us out.
Yeah, that shit only happened. And funny, it was only doing that shit in North Carolina.
Yeah. Whenever I tell that story, I always think about that. I was like, yo, yeah, listen. The crazy part is that we just kept hearing how it wasn't happening in Myrtle Beach. It just kept saying like, nah, it's fine over here. We ain't dealing with nothing. But in North Carolina, the fucking sky was falling. Like we got stuck in. I'll never forget this place. We got stuck in Bladenboro, North Carolina. we pulled up to a gas station, and yo, we didn't even know what we was gonna do. We was literally just at the gas station. Rain's pouring down. We got gas. We like, yo, we can't keep going straight because when we tried to drive straight to keep going towards Myrtle Beach, the fucking entire neighborhood was flooded. Like we was in the car and the tires were off the ground because there was so much water. That shit was so scary. The boys is freaking out, which is making Bree freak out, which is making me freak out. So we just all shook.
You can imagine.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So we at this gas station and I'm just like, yo, like I don't know what we gonna do. Like we better fuck around, have to sleep in this car tonight. And then we're going to have to, rethink our entire life decision tomorrow because we decide if we want to get back in this car and continue this ride. But just I'll say that to say just the memories that being a dad has made, the emotions that has made me feel. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. It's good to watch your kids grow up and watch them and watching their kids grow up. You know what I mean? And it's a good feeling, And I don't know. I know some people are fathers at very early ages in their life. Parents, very early, I know I was like in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I didn't have that experience like a lot of them had at 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
But you learn a lot. When you become a parent, it changes. It's supposed to change you. I don't know for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It changes you. Because now you realize it's not just about you no more. It's about somebody else, something bigger than you.
Right.
And you have to make sure that they're good. So now you gotta figure some things out. Figure out what works with work, and then go from there. And I just think that, yeah, if you have the opportunity to be with your kids, spend time with your kids, take advantage of that, man, because that time is valuable, and you never gonna get that time back no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the opportunity to go do it, go do it. So because I have good times. We about to go fishing. I took Josiah to Dave and Buster's yesterday. I told her we're teaching her how to play pool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's crazy. It's like I remember she asked me too. She's like, "Did Jojo?" I said, "I got Jojo a whole pool table."
Yep.
So, yes.
That was the day. It was a pool table and a ping pong table. This shit was a 2-for-1.
So I said, when he wanted to learn how to play, he told me, I said, I'm gonna go get you a pool table. Mother ain't like it.
How much that big ass pool table? Because that was a big pool table.
Yeah.
Like if you go on Amazon and look up pool tables, they got like little pool tables and then they got like pool tables. You got me a pool table. The only thing this shit was missing was the light. All he needed was his own light, and you would have had everything. Shit came with professional sticks, professional balls. Shit came with chalk. It was the full setup.
I was telling her, I was like, I know this now it's gonna be another one of those things you're gonna want to come do now. So I said, maybe we all get together. We can go to the mall,
Mm-hmm.
or go to Dave and Buster's, and we can all shoot some pool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, have fun with it. These are the moments that I'm saying that that you don't want to miss out on.
I think what I like the most about it is like when I'm like hanging out with the boys. Like I remember what it was like for me whenever I got the chance to hang out with you,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be when you lived down here, Myrtle Beach, or when you lived, whenever we was up in the cities hanging out. Like it was always just fun. You never really knew what you was gonna get into, but you know what I'm saying. Like especially now that I'm older, I know like how much those things meant to me, and I know that as the boys get older, it's gonna mean a lot to them.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I do things like just like, well, let's just get in the car and we'll go pick up the food together. Like yesterday we went to go get Mexican food at Margarita's like 15 minutes down the road. Like it's not the most extravagant thing in the world. It's not like we was in there like having a blast or nothing, but we was just all together.
Right.
It was me and the boys. They was in their tablets. They saw me up there driving, and it's just like it might be something that they never think about again, but it also could be something that they just remember throughout life. So
Yeah.
being able to be with them every single day, being able to watch them grow,
It's the best feeling.
It's just,
You know, now
it's
we just gotta get
irreplaceable.
Marquise down here, bro.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, Trey can always come down. I love Trey. Trey might
I
do
tell
it.
Trey all the time,
You know,
just hurry up and pack
but
it up. Yo,
Marquise
Trey,
gotta get him
I'm
to come down
gonna
here.
send Trey this podcast, and I hope he gets to this part. Trey, you need to pack it up, bro. You gotta get out of Newburgh, bro.
Yeah.
Come down to the beach, bro. It's calling you. I keep trying to tell you.
Listen, the
You
place
can, you can do all the things you want to do.
everything
down
you
here.
want to do. You ain't gonna miss much once you get out of there. Trust what I tell you.
I'm telling you, right? It's the idea of it more than anything.
Yeah.
It's the idea. You think you're missing out on stuff, but you're not, bro.
Yeah.
Especially in today's age, we got cell phones. You can FaceTime. You got social media. Like you never.
You can fly up there for an hour.
Yeah,
You can fly up there for a couple hours.
You're never really out the loop,
Right.
so you'll get it all together.
Just gotta figure it out. You know, Damu told him the same thing. George, no, bro. Listen, it's time to make a move. You can't sit there forever. You know, it's time to do other things. You know, this is it. Sitting back, fishing, having barbecues, things we all talked about doing.
Yep.
It could be done. It's being done.
Things that at some point you don't even think is possible. Like when you in the middle of the struggle, like when you in the middle of like figuring things out and you grind and do everything, it's at times you like, yo, I'm gonna be doing this shit forever. I'm gonna be doing this shit for the rest of my life. I'm never gonna get a chance to really live the way that I want to live. But you keep pushing, you keep going through the struggle, you keep acknowledging that the struggle is not gonna be forever. And at some point you like, oh shit, we are living in, you know what I'm saying, a nice house and we can afford to do things like have a fucking barbecue on Sunday and just it's
On
just
any
chill,
given Sunday.
right? On any given Sunday, right? It's not even like it got to be something like you plan out months in advance. You could just do it, and it's crazy. I every time I talk about living in South Carolina, I just keep saying how crazy it is that we here, that we in a situation, and
Making it work.
I'm only trying to take it to the next level, really, for me, for the boys, for everybody that I can afford to bring it up with.
That's right. That's how it's supposed to.
I'm really trying to get into this passive income stuff. Like I want to work less. I want to be able to make money and not have to work as much. The job that I work at now, I work fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
I work fucking hard. It's worth it. I would do the work every single day. It is what it is. It's the job that I chose. But yeah, if I could make some money while sitting on my ass, man, give me an opportunity. Like I'm looking into vending machines. If anybody knows any ways where I can make some fast legal money, let me know.
Yeah, legal money. Yeah. Yeah.
But all right, man. You got anything you want to wrap up with? Let's go ahead. We can go ahead and head to the store, get this Father's Day started. Everybody have a great, wonderful day.
Right. Everyone has a great, wonderful day. Enjoy your Father's Day. We'll be back at this in another week, right?
Yes, sir. It's
Yeah,
the
have
Jones
fun.
Podcast. We'll holla at you. Peace.